Very short. We are going to get a welcome address by Councillor Jeremy Fasse. He's the Deputy Mayor of Stellenbosch Municipality. You'll see him when, he's in our midst. And then we are going to deal with the overview of the National Veld and Forestfire Amendment Bill. And then we are going to share with you the procedure that you are going to follow in making oral and written submissions. And then we'll then allow you to make those oral submissions. And then we are going to close at your latest, which will be here at 14 hours. But we don't even mind to leave here at 4 a.m. It's with you. It's fine. We are your representatives. We want to hear you. Having said that, I should think then we need to all rise, those that can stand, so that we open this with a national anthem. Nice one. I like the clap. And that determines our mood as well. We are happy people, I suppose, all of us, on a lighter note. Let's then deal with introductions. It's very key that you know who are the people who are here before I hand over to you, Deputy Mayor. From the team of Parliament, joined by members of Parliament. They are the ones that are sitting here in front, with the exception of the Deputy Mayor. From my right, let me introduce Honorable Gancho. Honorable Gancho, she's the member of the Portfolio Committee on Environment, Forestry and Fisheries. And she's coming all the way from the Eastern Cape. Say hi, Honorable Ganyo. And today you are so privileged because you've got two sons of the soil here. Ne? Let me start with this one next to me. This is Honorable Paulson, a member of this Portfolio Committee. You can all see which party does he represent, ne? From the Economic Freedom Fighters. And then I want to introduce this man here, all the way from Gauteng. He's a member of the Portfolio Committee and the whip of the Portfolio Committee. It's Honorable Mudise. Another son of the soil is here. It's Honorable Dave Brandt. It's a member of the Portfolio Committee, all the way from this province, representing the... You know him, ne? Okay, if you don't know him, I'll say who he is now. I went to that table at the corner there. Can you colleagues all stand up there? Chileka and Tim. This is the 9th province we're visiting, and all along we're being supported by beautiful ladies, except one man there. And then I asked when I went to that table, what's going on? Is it because the Women Month is over? Why am you having all of you working with Chileka? Let me introduce Chileka, Ayanda, King, Mercy. I come from Zimbabwe South. I was trying to pronounce that name properly because there's a click that I won't do. Mercy Kole. Those are our committee secretaries, ne? And then, Mr. Smith, can you rise with the team there from the department? That's the departmental team there from the department. You can see them, ne? They're coming from the department. Listen, when you raise these issues, when it comes to technical issues, they will be able to respond now, here, and there. And then in front here, I've got 3 colleagues. There's somebody whom I saw. Where is she? From interpretation. Oh, there she is there. You see? Yeah. So those are our sign language interpreters, those that are 2 there. And then here, they are your interpreters. And when I do that while they still stand, who speaks Afrikaans? Can I see a show of hands so that I show you who your interpreter is? Who's the Afrikaans interpreter? There he is. So if he misrepresents him, you come and tell me, I will sort him out, eh? Okay, who speaks Xhosa here? Who's interpreting Xhosa? Is it you? The 2 of you? Is there any other language that needs interpretation? Then you'll adapt. And then can I see if there is anyone who needs sign language interpretation? So they are strategically located there. They will be interpreting to the public who are watching. That's fine. So these are our interpreters. Then communication services. Parliamentary communication services, where are you? It's only yourself. There, you can see them. It means whatever we're doing here is going to social media, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Parliament TV, because it might be delayed because there's a sitting today, but once you watch that 408 channel one day, you'll happen to see yourselves. So that's why it's very critical that you must be civil to yourself and look good, eh? So that, because if you don't do that, and then we see an angry man, angry face on TV, it's something else. And then we have got colleagues from protection services. See, who are they? Raise your hands, all of you. And then the public office, public participation, you are there somewhere. Okay, whom did I not introduce? So, actually, Parliament is here with you. We are all here. We are your representatives. Having said that, this is the that I've brought along. Yes, feel free to interact with them. Then we'll proceed. Without wasting time, I think that's where you start your work now, ne? Let me allow the Deputy Mayor to do a welcome address to us. Thank you so much.
Honourable Member of Parliament, MP AF Matumbi, the Chairperson of the Portfolio Committee on Environment, Forestry and Fisheries, fellow committee members, councillors, delegates and stakeholders, and of course, members of the public. All protocols observed. Goeiemorgen, good morning, Mulweni, assalamu alaikum. My name is Jeremy Vasser, the Deputy Mayor of Stellenbosch, and on behalf of our Executive Mayor, Advocate Geesie van Devender, I want to welcome you all to our beautiful town. Parliament is in Stellenbosch. Yay. Parliament is in Klapmuts. And we are privileged to have our esteemed community members present here today. Chairperson Mutambi, I want to thank you and your committee for inviting the public to come and give their input on the National Veld and Fire Amendment Bill. Parliament is obliged by the Constitution to obtain views of the people before passing any bill. That is why public participation is part of a democratic process that ensures lawmakers listen to the voices of the people when they are making laws. I am looking forward to the input of the community, relevant stakeholders, and once again, I want to thank the committee for creating this opportunity. Thank you.
Hey, this is the shortest welcome that we've ever come across, eh? Colleagues, we've visited all the 9 provinces, the 8, short and sweet. Okay, let's clap hands for him again. I've dealt with the introductions. You've heard the Deputy Mayor saying, why are we here for? Then can I hand over to my colleague, Honorable Modise, to just give you an overview of this bill and the purpose of our public hearing. Over to you, colleague.
Thank you very much, Honorable Mutambi. Goeiemorgen. Hoe gaan dit? Is julle mense reg? One thing that Honorable Mutambi forgot to tell you is that I speak all the languages, including Afrikaans. Kan lekker Afrikaans praat. As iemand wel my sien later, don't be scared. Ek sal my nommer ook los. For Anne Goedes. Chair, thank you very much. Greetings to honorable members of the committee. Greetings to the Deputy Mayor of Stellenbosch. We went to a shop here, Chair. It's called Klapmuts. Yeah. And so the colleague on the other side wanted Gatsby. So I then asked them, what's so giri man? They said, Gatsby. So I'm from Gauteng. So we don't know fish there. We don't have calamari and wara. And then I said to Honorable Brian, let's just get Gatsby maybe. But most importantly, Chair, I want to greet the people of Stellenbosch Municipality. We are indeed, we feel very welcome. The Deputy Mayor has told us that there are no dogs here. Not in so much words. But I'm sure that you people have been invited here over the past week or 2. I thought there's an interpreter, Chair. Are they going to summarize? Oh, okay. Moet ek probeer? Moet ek vorentoe gaan?
Nou, gaan voort, continue.
Oh, okay. Ek moet vorentoe gaan. Okay, we are here to seek your inputs. We don't want to sit in Cape Town in Parliament and take decisions about you without you. We are here to consult you. We want to amend the National Veld and Forest Fire Amendment Bill. Now, your inputs are very important to us. We have identified a number of gaps in the bill, in the current act. And this is going to be the third amendment to the principal act. But as things stand, the act does not define what the communal land is, the current act. It does not speak about what the communal land is. It does not speak about open fires in the mountains and in the forests. Now, the Department of Forestry, Fisheries and Environment has identified these loopholes. Now, they presented it to us so that we, your representatives in Parliament, can come and seek for your wisdom, for your guidance, and for your views. Now, there are many other public participation processes that we have undertaken. The chair has already alluded to this fact. This is the 9th province. So we've literally been to all 8 provinces. This is the 9th province. In Setswana, Deputy Mayor, where I come from. Are there Tswanas here? None? Okay. Oh, there is. I'm sure it will be properly interpreted. So you are the last province, so you are the, I think it will be interpreted. So we are seeking for your views. Now, public participation to us is a democratic process, Deputy Mayor. We lawmakers don't want to sit there in Cape Town, like I said, and take decisions about you. When fires burn, you people of Stellenbosch are affected by these fires. In the mountains, in the forests, sometimes in your own homes where you stay. But this bill does not only speak about the fires that relates to the homes. It relates to veld fires. Ntibi Mudisa goes around smoking cigarette when he drives and throws a cigarette butt over the window. And this thing starts fire. It starts small, it kills animals, it kills people. Now we want you to advise this committee so that we can then tell department how to deal with these fires. How do we protect our environment? How do we protect our biodiversity? That is what we are seeking your views on. Now, we want you to help us give municipalities powers to search, to seize, and to arrest where possible these people who are causing these veld fires. We want you to form what we call FPAs, Fire Protection Associations, so that we are able to govern the country, because we don't want to make laws about you without you, and these laws are going to affect you, right? Now, after this process is undertaken, after we've heard all your views, we will then take this process to the National Council of Provinces, which is another house of parliament. They will then do what they have to do as a different house. From there, it will then go to the president and become an act. And once it's an act of parliament, it is a law. Nobody can claim not to have been consulted over this process. So this is what we are here for, in summary. Now, all of you are invited to participate. Talk to us in the language of your choice. Julle weet mos ek as al die tale praat. Dis van die kasie af. Verstaan mos? Verstaan julle? Julle lyk kwaad man. Hoekom lyk julle kwaad? Right? So the Principal Act must be amended so that it includes some sections, so that we also change the name of that act from the National Veld and Forest Fire Amendment to the National, we want to call it the Veldfire Act. Veldfire Act, so that it's short and precise. So it is against that background that we are here. Now we're calling for you to participate, speak to us, amend this bill, make it an act, insert definitions, compel municipalities and state-owned enterprises and other institutions to form what we call fire protection associations. And in the main, amend the title of the act to be called the National Veldfire Act. That is in summary why we are here. And Jelle mensen leek mooi. Am I right? Well, Dave does not hear me. He behaves like a person who hears. He does not hear me. He only hears me when I speak Afrikaans, Deputy Mayor. Thank you very much.
I think we'll have to, that was too long, eh? I wonder if you'll be able to summarize everything. But before that, I did a terrible mistake. I don't have cattle to pay. Normally when you omit to introduce your critical stakeholder, the traditional leadership, traditional and Khoisan leadership. In our midst, we have got a Paramount Chief, Christopher van Veenkroot. Veenkhaar. This handwriting, man. Yeah, so he knows you. You know you. Yeah, so that's here. Can we welcome him? Yeah. And then we have Elder Philip Prince. Somebody seems to know you. Eh? He's so proud of that. And then they are supported by Secretary Marion Adams. Yeah, this is our leadership from the Khoisan tribe, eh? Kingdom, in particular, coming all the way Berg, Dwars, Refir Valley. That's where you come from. It's a pleasure to have you here. You're welcome. Thanks for coming. Okay. Then you can summarize what you were saying.
Eventually we're there. Goeiemorgen dames en heren. Eerstens, ek is die lidmodisie wat julle net kortliks gaan verduidelik waarom ons eintlik hier is. Ek kan al die tale praat, so jy kan met my gesels en ek sal jy verstaan. Eerstens wil ek die komitee bedank en ook die adjunk burgemeester en dan natuurlijk al die mense van die Stellenbosch gebied. Die adjunkmeier het vir my ook gesê dat daar nie honde hier is nie en ek moet hom glo. Waarom ons eintlik hier is om u insette te kry in hierdie wysigingswetsontwerp wat ons mee sit. Ons wil nie besluite neem vir u sonder dat ons julle insette gekry het en vir ons kan sê presies wat julle wil hê nie. Ons praat hier oor die wysiging van die wysigingswetsontwerp op veld- en bosbrande. Die departement het vir ons gewys dat daar gapings in die wetgewing is, en ons probeer om dit nou reg te maak en dit is waarom ons na julle kom. Op die huidige oomblik is daar nie name vir sekere vure wat in die berge plaasvind of die veldbrande naby julle nie, en die omskrywings moet eintlik vasgevat word in hierdie wetsontwerp. Ons kom eintlik na u toe, sodat u vir ons rigting kan gee deur die insette en ook die menings aan ons oor te dra. Vertel ons wat u oor hierdie wetsontwerp dink, of hoe ons dit kan verbeter. Die Weskaap provinsie is die laaste provinsie wat ons soek. Ons het al 8 provinsies al besoek. En natuurlijk, ek verstaan dat daar ook Tswana sprekendes hier is. Wat ons van u as die publiek wil hê, is dat u ons menings, vir ons u menings en die sienings gee. Want u verstaan natuurlijk, as dit kom by enige wetgewing, dan moet die mense van die land betrokke raak, want hulle moet ook hulle insette lewer, want dit is deel van openbare deelname, en dit is ook deel van die demokratiese proses wat ons het. Ons weet natuurlijk dat mense in die Stellenbosch-streek almal ook geraak word deur vure, of dit 'n vuur is wat naby jou huis of in jou huis plaasvind, of dit 'n vuur is wat in die veld plaasvind, en of dit in die berge is, op een of ander manier raak dit julle, want ons almal word geraak as ons velde en ons biodiversiteit verwoes word, en ook natuurlijk waar dit gaan oor werk. Nou hierdie wetsontwerp praat spesifiek oor hierdie brande wat plaasvind in die veld, hoe hierdie brande begin word, en natuurlijk hoe dit diere en mense raak, diere en mense wat natuurlijk sterf. Ons wil hê, julle moet vir ons sê hoe ons u kan beskerm. Nie net u nie, maar ook natuurlijk die omgewing en die biodiversiteit. Ons wil die munisipaliteite die mag gee om op te tree teen mense wat brande stig. En dit is waarom ons met hierdie nuwe groep, in Engels is dit die FBI, dis die Fire Protection Services, so ek neem aan dat dit die brandbeskermingsvereniging sal wees. Ons wil hê, u moet insette gee, want hierdie wette wat ons uitvaardig gaan julle ook raak. En sodra ons klaar is om met al 9 provinsies oorleg te pleeg en almal hulle insette gegee het, en ons dan sit en die veranderings aanbring wat u vir ons sê en wat die ander provinsies gesê het, wat aangebring moet word, word dit gestuur na die NRVP, dis die Nasionale Raad van Provinsies. As hulle dit goedkeer, dan gaan dit na die president, en as die president dit goedkeer, dan word dit 'n wet. En dit is waarom ons, dat julle almal baie mooi lyk vandag, so ek sal daarmee afeindig. Dankie.
Bhotani ngalentsasa ilungu ke belinikezele ingcaciso malunga nalomthetho ngutata uModise oye wachaza ukuthi ke eliphondo silikulo liphondo lesithoba apho siphethe khona lomthetho ebulela ke iparlamente kunye nobesinike ithuba loba sizonyathela kule ndawo yaseStellenbosch Klapmuts uthi ke usekela sodolophu umchazelo ukuthi izinja apha noko azinamazinyo londo uyamkholelwa ke xatshoyo kwakhona yena ke uthetha zonke ezilwimi uchilo ke ukuthi ke apha size ngozothatha igunya kuni ngozothatha imbono zenu kuba ke phakathi kwegunya umsebenzi iparlamente enawo inxalenye yawo kukuba ke inikezele uluntu ithuba loba lenze igalelo kwimithetho equlunqwayo iparlamente ukwenzela iparlamente ingazigqibeli yodwa ngemithetho ezophinda ichaphazele abantu ize ngolo hlobo ke apha. Umthetho ke size ngawo ke sisihlomelo esimalunga nomthetho wemililo yamahlathi kunye namadlelo. Umthetho omileyo ngoku seleke kuthe waphengululwa kade kwakathathu, isebe lelabhaqa ukuthi ekuphengululeni kwalo lomthetho ke umileyo kukho ke amakhwiniba akhoyo, imisanse ekhoyo, indawo ezingaqulunqwanga okanye ezingabandakanywayo kulo mthetho. Kungoko ke iye ke isebe i-department yaya ke eParlamente yaza ke neziphakamiso zoba ke kukho lezi ndawo sibona ukuthi lo mthetho awuziqulunqanga ke awuzikhuseli apha kulo mthetho okhoyo. Ngoko ke icela iParlamente iqalise inkqubo yokuphuma iphulo ize ebantwini kuba ke umthetho okhoyo uthetha ngemililo, uthetha ngemililo eyenzeka ezindlwini kuphela. Akuthethwa nto ngemililo eyenzeka emadlelweni, ezintabeni nasemahlathini. Kanti ke lo mililo noba mhlambi ndithe xa benditshaya ndalahla isigarethi sampaya siqala umlilo, kuye kudaleko umlilo otshayo usuke ezintabeni uhle uzofikelela kwiindawo ezihlala abantu. Usho ukuthi ke lo mlilo uyamchaphazela umuntu nobuqale phi na. Lo mlilo ke ubangela ukuthi kufe izilwanyana, kufe indalo, kufe nakusingqongileyo. Lo mthetho ke ufuneke ke uqulunqe ke xa uqulunqwa ngokusha uhlaziywa mawube nendlela ukhangela ukuthi zikhuselwa njani na ekezo ndawo zinjalo. Kwakhona kulo mthetho funeke kunikezwe umasipala igunya lokuba aye ezindaweni afike noba umuntu setshixile kwindawo yakhe, umasipala abe negunya loba angavula aqhaqhe angene asetshe aze adigqibele ngobamba ukuba ngaba ukholwa ukuthi kuloo ndawo kukho umuntu obengunobangela womlilo wathe wadala umonakalo. Umasipala abe nalo igunya laloo nto. Kwakhona umasipala unegunya loba funa aqinisekise ukuthi kukho imibutho equlunqwayo emalunga ejongene nokuqhamuka kwemililo. Lo mibutho ibe imibutho elalele ukucinywa kwemililo xa inothi iqhambuke imililo. Naphina ke abantu abangabanini umhlaba kubalekile ukuthi imibutho enjalo babe nayo. iParlamente ke ize ngolo hlobo phakathi kwenkqubo zayo zolawulo lwentando yesininzi kukunikeza uluntu ithuba loba luzathuze lunike igalelo licebise ukuthi lo mthetho xa niwenza makubekho indawo eyile nale nale. Kwakhona kukho nengcaciso esizidingayo ekufuneke zifakwe kulo mthetho, kufuneke nisicebisile kuzo ezo ngcaciso ukuba ke kuleni indawo ingcaciso yayo mayithi, leni indawo ingcaciso yayo mayithi. Xa sigqibile ke ukuyenza yonke le ngxuba kaxaka basiye kuyo onke la maphondo njengoba sesishilo ukuthi Western Cape liphondo lokugqibela lesithoba esikulo. Xa sigqibile sibuyele eParlamente siyikomiti, sihlala phansi sibonisane ngembono zenu, siqulunqa ingxelo esizothi siyoyithi thaca phambi kwendlu yowiso mthetho yesizwe. Ixoxe khona xa ipasisiwe khona idluliselwe kwibhunga lesizwe lamaphondo NCOP eyawuthi nayo yenze yayo indima. Xa ithe NCOP ayipasisa uyadluliswa kumthetho usuke ke ngoku kumongameli, umongameli awutyikitye ube ngumthetho. Ngolo hlobo ke sibe siuhlomele lo mthetho sawunika igama elitsha woba ke yi-National Veldfire Act. Sizawuthi xa sigqibile siphume negama elitshoyo ngengcebiso esizilindele ukuzifumana apha kuni. Sizele kuba umuntu ngamnye abe nethuba loba acebise. Xa icinga ukuthi ufuna ucebisa sizawunika ithuba loba ndiphakamisa izandla, umuntu ofuna ucebisa acebise uba uneligalelo elinjena nelinjena, ize ke elo galelo silithathe sihambe nalo. Nje wanibonile ukuthi uxhakaxhaka ziyacholachola zengento ezenzekayo apha. Umntu ke unelungelo uthetha naliphi na ulwimi afuna ulithetha kuwo oluthoba kwilwimi zaseMzantsi Afrika. Enkosi.
We are then moving to item number 3 on our agenda. It's dealing with the procedure to be followed in making oral and written submissions. You are not going to summarize now. You will allow the speaker to speak, pause, then the two of you will interpret. Okay, over to you, Honorable Bryant.
Thank you, Speaker. Goeiemôre almal. It's wonderlik om hier saam met julle al te wees. My name is Dave Bryant. I am a member of Parliament and, as mentioned earlier, a member of this committee. My job today is to explain to you how we're going to go about hearing the opinions and the comments and the submissions from everybody present today. So you should have all received, or you should have access to a handout which details what the amendments are to the existing legislation. And you will all get an opportunity, if you wish to do so, to come to the middle and take a seat on one of these chairs. You'll write your details down, and then you will come up to the microphone and have your say on those amendments that are being proposed. We also would like to know from you whether or not you support the bill or whether you are opposed to the bill. It's important for us to also get that from you. If you don't feel comfortable coming up to the microphone and making a submission, but you would still like to have your say, you can also do so in a written format, and we have officials scattered around the room who will be able to assist you. Tieleka over there has the sheets, and you can also do it in that way if you don't feel comfortable coming up to the microphone. So that is a short summary. I hope that everybody understands, and every piece of input that is given today will be included in the overall summation of the public participation. So if you have something that you need to say about this piece of legislation or about veld fires in general in your area, I know Stellenbosch and the Klapmuts area, surrounding areas, do have a lot of challenges with veld fires, in particular the impact of veld fires on the urban boundaries of township areas, etc. So it's important that we hear your say with relation to veld fires and this piece of legislation in particular. Yes, if possible as well, we want to give as many people the opportunity to speak as we can. So if you can, please try to be concise and to the point with what you'd like to say, so that we can give everyone an opportunity. We will limit you to 5 minutes, but I think you should be able to get what you want to say across in 5 minutes, hopefully. Thank you very much, and we look forward to hearing from you.
Mnumzana Brian ke uzawucacisa inkqubo esayilandela xa kungoku sizawuthi njengoba sizile apha senicaciselwe ukuthi size ngabuni na. Ndiyacinga abanye bazifumana amaphepha apha etafuleni nafunda ukuba silindele igalelo elinjani na. Uba umuntu unegalelo afuna ulenza uzawuphakamisa isandla, uyawukhonjwa ke xa unikwe inombolo uzawuhamba uyohlala kwezaa zitulo. Xa sewunikwa ithuba lothetha uyazichaza ngubani na usuka phi na wenze igalelo lakho, ungagwegwelezi uye ngqo kule ndawo ufuna ukucebisa ngayo uba ngaba uyaqonda ukuthi unengcebiso ofuna uzibhekisa. Okubalulekileyo ekugqibeleni emveni kokwenzile konke oko utsho ukuthi lo mthetho sihlomele uyawuxhasa na okanye awuxhasi. Kubalulekile ukuthi ke xa umuntu ehlala kwiindawo ezikufutshane mhlawumbi nemililo aqonda ukuthi yacatshwa yimililo acebise ukucebisa makwenzeke ntoni na. Kanti ke umuntu ofuna ukwenza ingcebiso kodwa enganqweneli uba ngazothetha embukweni unalo ilungelo uba acocola phaa etafuleni anikwe khona iphepha apha nobhala khona ezakhe ingcebiso azishiye phaa kulaa tafile uba ucebisa ntoni na. Sizovulela ke ithuba laloo nto xa kungoku.
Dit gaan hier oor hoe u insette gaan lewer. Eerstens, julle het almal seker so 'n dokument gekry waar jy kan lees waaroor dit gaan. Wat jy dan moet doen is, jy kyk na die besonderhede en as jy besluit dat jy 'n inset wil lewer, dan kom sit jy op die stoele, skryf al die besonderhede neer, jy naam, as jy organisasie verteenwoordig, sovoorts, alles daarop. En dan moet jy natuurlik aan die einde van die voorlegging sê of jy die wysigings ondersteun of nie. Die voorlegging kan natuurlik ook 'n geskrewe voorlegging wees. Ons het mense wat daar agter sit, ons kollegas, as jy 'n geskrewe voorlegging wil inhandig en dan sien jy vir hulle. Al die insette wat jy gaan gee, gaan deel word van die opsomming van die vergadering en dit gaan natuurlik ook bespreek word en ingeneem word. Maar wat ek net mense wil vra is die volgende. Ons wil soveel mense kry om hul insette te lewer en daarom wil ons vra dat mense asseblief kort en bondig moet wees. Dankie.
Baie dankie. Okay. Now is that time. The time has arrived for you to make your oral submissions. Where do we start? This side, on my left. The traditional leadership will deal with you at the end. Don't mind, yeah, I'll give you time. Can I start from the second row going backwards, including, yeah. Can I see show of hands? 10 hands. First from this side. 10 hands from this side. If you raise your hand, come to the floor and sit on the chair. Can I see hands? People who want to raise something on the bill? Come to the right. Claudine, are there no people raising hands there? You missed this train, you are damaged goods. I'm not coming back. Are you okay? Is it a sign that you are all okay with the current amendment as they are? Oh, these ones that are going to say they are going to represent you, whatever they are going to say. Is that the understanding I'm getting? Oh, awesome. You're an amazing community. So are we done on this side? I was still giving others chance to reconsider. You like to write, Chileka, show hand, you have got forms. If they don't want to speak, they can write there, ne? Okay. Can I see hands from this side? You move to the chairs if they're still there. Hands from this side. It's always a pleasure for me to see the Working on Fire cadet all the time whenever I move around the country. Can you all stand and say hi to the people? Say hi to everyone. You know the job that they do, ne? All of you. They are a critical stakeholder. We appreciate your coming. Okay. Oh, still filling the register. Can I just see, in order to determine time, are there people who didn't get chairs who still want to talk from this side? Everybody got their seats. Okay, it's then when they finish, I'm going to give the leadership in front. Hello, sir. Are you ready? There's the podium.
Yeah.
Can I read this again before it starts? You tell us who you are, If you are representing yourself, you'll tell us you are representing yourself. If not, it's an organization, you'll say which organization are you representing, and you tell us from which ward area, where are you from? That's it. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, honorary members of the committee, Minister, and the rest of the portfolio committee, Deputy Mayor, and honorary members from Parliamentary Committee. My name is Dale Nokia. I wear many hats in this space. So let's call it the bottom end of it. I'm the manager of the Winelands Fire Protection Association, which is the local one in this area. I'm also the vice chairperson of the Western Cape Umbrella FPA, which represents all the FPAs within the Western Cape. And I'm currently the chairman of the National Advisory Forum, which represents all the umbrella FPAs in the country.
Sorry, what's your name?
Dale
Igama lam ndinguDial Nokia.
And I'm the umbrella FPA vice chairman of the Western Cape, and also the chairman of the National Forum.
Ndingusekela sihlalo ke kweli qumrhu lezamahlathi.
What I'd like to start off with before going into the amendments to the bill is to just ask a question, if I may, because that will relate to possibly some of the points that I would like to raise.
Phambi kokuba ke ndingene kwintetho yam ndifuna ukubuza umbuzo.
The bill as it stands now with the amendments that are going to be put through, is that the final one, or is there still an opportunity to make some additional points before it gets enacted at the end of the day? In other words, before it gets finalized. Is there an opportunity to do that, Minister?
Le bill njengoba ibhaliwe ngaba mhlambi seyigqityiwe okanye mhlambi likhona ithuba loba siphinde songeze.
That's what we're precisely doing now, so that you make those final additions. You can still write if you feel, but don't take too long, because I think we've scheduled, I was trying to check the schedule, we're gonna be dealing with the inputs.
No, well, I'll
think
definitely
you
send it in writing as well to you.
Yes, you can do it.
Okay.
Latest 7 days, if you still to add more, submit to Chileka, we'll still consider that.
Okay. So I think one of the first points I'd like to raise is that obviously it's a problem throughout the country at this stage, is the actual enforcement of the National Veldfire Act. That is a big challenge.
Eyona nto ke ndifuna ukuyichaphazela into yoba kufuneke kunyanzeliswe laa mthetho wokuqala.
One of the other challenges we have is that in the Act it specifies or it prescribes that certain institutions, etc., have to become members of a fire protection association if one exists.
Uthi ke ngokula mthetho kukho imibutho ethile ekufuneke ibe yinxalenye okanye ibe yinxalenye yezi associations zokulwa nemililo yamadlelo.
And currently I think on a national basis that is still a major challenge to all of us. So having the ability A, to enforce the Act, and B, to ensure that the prescriptions in the Act are enforced as well.
Sifuna siqinisekise into yoba ke iinkcazelo ezikula mthetho namasolotya kula mthetho ayanyanzeliswa.
One of the other things that we would like to raise, which was not dealt with in the Act, is we would like to bring back or reinstate the fire prohibition period.
Inye into sifuna ke ukuyifakela into yoba kufuneka kubekho isigaba apho kuzoke kunikwe ithuba elithile phambi kokuba abantu babandakanyeke ekulweni nale mililo.
And we would like to have that delegated by the relevant minister down to the provinces, and then to be further delegated obviously to the local districts as low as possible, because the fire dangers vary considerably throughout the country.
Sifuna ke into yoba umphathiswa abe nabantu abazoba ngoosomagunya egameni lakhe, okwakunye ke nabantu abazoba phaa koomasipala abazokujongana nale miba yemililo, kuba kaloku lo mba wale mililo uchaphazela ilizwe lonke namanqanaba ngamanqanaba oburhulumente.
And at this stage, that is all I'd like to raise. And then obviously I will put the other things in submission written to you.
Do you support the bill?
Yes, we do support the amendments to the bill, but we would like to see a few other things added to it.
Siyawuxhasa ke lo mthetho osayilwayo. Enkosi.
For the valuable input, sir. It's much appreciated. Next.
Olandelayo?
Molweni nhlanganiso.
Good morning to the committee and the people at large.
Ngibulise nakumhlale ngaphambili.
Special greetings to the chairperson of this session.
Khona ke uba sizenze ngokwethu ba sinabantu abahlala ezindlini ngemva and then ke ngoku abantu abahlala ezindlini ngemva.
Hearing who he is, it will be
Kutshe,
easy to hear
Bonga.
what he's saying. Once you introduce yourself. first.
Okay.
Qala uzazise ubungubani.
Oh, ndingubongani Sambani. Ndihlala eJacob Street number 14.
My name is Bongani Sambane,
Jacob Street number 14.
Jacob Strand, number 14, Bongani Sambani.
Sinengxaki into yoba ke ngoku abantu sibafake ngokwethu baphinde bashise kwabona.
Chairperson, they are doing the fire damages.
But apho ndingeva khona ke ngoku uba kuthiwa umasipala noba awukho makangene aqhaqhe indlu yakho. Kulapho ndingeva khona bana uyiqhaqha njani indlu ingekho okanye mhlawumbe wakusitsha okanye mhlawumbe xa kuthini. Kodwa ndiyacinga uba kulapho xa kusitsha kanawuvela aqhaqhe nje indlu.
Where I'm not clear is, how does a municipality get a right to enter your premises and do as the municipality likes, whereas there is no damage? So I would like clarity on that. How do you give a right for the municipality to enter your premises and search?
So ndiyabulela ke kodwa uba ndivile uba nyani ke yona imililo le ayifunekanga akufunekanga nomuntu uba ngoku kusehlotyeni kwafuneka umuntu noba uyatshaya icuba funeka alicime uba kusokola kwathina asifuneke siyocima umlilo.
I am happy to hear that we must actually take part in terms of stopping this thing of fire coming up in the forest. And I'm also happy to hear that you cannot even light a cigarette anywhere. You must be considerate of the environment. I'm happy that that was also explained.
Enkosi ndiyabulela.
Uyawuxhasa okanye awuxhasi?
Umbutho ndiyawuxhasa. Kodwa nomthetho ndiyawuxhasa. Kodwa ke lo mthetho oza no government sike sasokola apha. Wathi ugovernment kwayena lo wathi siyafumana izindlu ezincinci apha wathi uzawuphinda abuye asokhele izindlu. Kaloku thina ngela xesha lakuqala kodwa azange aphinde abuye wathembisa nangoku.
Chairperson, I do support the bill, but on the other hand, way before the government came and promised us adequate houses, but there was no report back on the side of government. But for the record, I support the bill.
Where are you from again?
Mna ndisuka apha eKlapmuts. Ekhaya lami liseMamflesh.
No, up Kapa.
Apha eKapa nilapha eKlapmuts Jacob Street number 14.
I am coming from Jacob Street number 14 here in this area.
So you were promised the houses here in Jacob's Crack.
Apha izindlu sazokhelwa kaloku ngugovernment sasokhelwe ezaa zindlu ezincinci wabuya ugovernment wathi kutex okanye kumali eyitshintshi sizaphinde asinike siwandise izindlu.
Indeed, government did build us RDP houses, but now the government said they will come back and build us bigger houses, but that never happened.
And asinawukuyeka izindlu kutsha ngoba sinabantwana bathathu bayi-3. So xa unendlu encinci kuyanyanzeleka umntana wakho umthathe uyombeka kwalapha emva kwakho endlini zitshe ke ngokwamatyotyombho. So umlilo wona awunawuphela ngenxa ntoba ugovernment wasithembisa into yokuba kaloku umntana uza kokhe indlu apha emva kwendlu akho ityotyombe lakhe litshe ityotyombe. Ugovernment yena inyani azange ayithethe kwakuqala.
Government was not sincere with us because the way we stay, sometimes we stay in the shacks at the back of our houses, so we don't want our houses to burn because of their small size.
You're going to do Afrikaans? He's going to speak Afrikaans.
Goeiemôre, goeiemiddag. Ek wil die komitee groet en elkeen wat my stem kan hoor vanmôre. Ek stem saam, ek het die bil so pligtig het ek die bil deurgegaan. Ek stem saam met die bil wat uitgevaardig is, maar daar's 'n paar punte met die uitvoering.
U moet die naam gee en wie u verteenwoordig.
Sorry. Ek is Albert Marcus van die Klapmuts Kleinboere Assosiasie. Yes.
Yes, is Albert Marcus from Klapmuts Small Farmers Association. He says basically that he agrees with the bill and with the amendments as it has been, as it is on the handout, but he would like to speak about a few things.
Ja, my probleem is die afdwinging van die wette. As ons kyk na die Klapmuts se brandweer, as daar brand plaasvind in Klapmuts, dan kom die fire brigade, dan kom soek hulle water. Hulle vra vir ons, waar is die hydrants, 'n brandweerman, maar hy weet nie waar die fire hydrants in die straat is. Dat baat die jy te brandweer en hy weet nie waar, hy kom met 'n leer ding, daar's niks water in die trok.
I have a bit of a problem, and especially when it comes to the enforcement of the acts and the prescripts of the acts. I have a problem with that. When there's a fire and you get the fire brigade coming out to Klapmuts, then they do not know where the fire hydrants are. And my question is, how can you be part of the fire brigade and not know where the fire hydrants in the area are?
So ek sal aanbeveel, daar moet 'n beter oversight wees, daar moet gekyk word na die brandweer. Die manne moet opgelei word as hulle nie opgelei is nie. En dan is my tweede punt. Yes, sorry.
I just want to say that oversight over the fire brigade and those firefighters should be improved and they should be trained properly. And now I'm going to come to my next point.
My volgende punt is dat grondeienaars, hulle moet gedwing word om onkruid te beheer. Hulle moet die onkruid beheer, daar wat ons hokke is, ons diere staan. Daar staan die onkruid elke jaar so hoog en dis die munisipaliteit se grond. En elke jaar breek daar brande uit, dit brand daar by die hokke. Ons dier, dis gevaar vir die diere, dit is 'n gevaar vir die mense. En die munisipaliteit, hulle moet die onkruid moet hulle beheer, hulle moet voorbrande hou, of hulle moet afsny, or whatever.
My next point is that the landowners, when it comes to keeping property safe, especially where there are weeds and other things growing there, where we keep our animals, where our animals are kept in the areas that they have for them, sometimes you have weeds growing very high over there, and then it becomes a danger because fires can occur there. So I'm asking, if the municipality is the landowner, then the municipality should come and clean up there. Whether they come and burn the weeds or whether they cut it down, but that is their duty, that is what they should do.
En dan my laaste punt is die indringerplante, die projection bosse, wat het staan dik daar, en die daggaroekers sal gaan daar, en dan gaan ze de roekiepijp daar binnen in die bos, en die bos raak aan die brand. Als daar niet een bos is, dan kan je niet daar gaan zitten. Die law enforcement, wat deze klappen rondrijden, hulle moet gaan kijken. Hulle moet niet dat die pad op en afrijden nie. Hulle moet gaan zeker maken, wat gaat in die bos aan. Die politiemannen, hulle moet gaan kijken, wat gaat aan in die bos. Want die bossen As daar nie 'n bos is nie, dan kan die mense nie daar sit nie. So die eienaar, die plaaseienaar of die munisipaliteit of die government, hulle moet die indringende plante moet daar uitroei. Want daar waar die indringende plante is, daar kan ons boere, ons kan nie steun maak nie. Want die indringer groei die goed dood. En dat is wat ek wil sê en baie dankie.
I just want to speak about plants and trees that are foreign to South Africa, where they grow here, like the Port Jacksons, for example, should be cut down timelessly, because that is where all the wrong things happen. People go and smoke dagga and do whatever in those areas, and it becomes a safety hazard for the people, and of course for the area, because it could burn and cause problems. So we would want the municipalities to see to that. Thank you.
Igama lam molweni qala ndibulisa i-department. Igama lam ndinguNombulelo Ntsunguzi,
My name is Nombulelo Ntsunguzi.
ndi-PR councillor eStellenbosch municipality.
I am a PR councillor in Stellenbosch municipality.
Ndisiphuma kumbutho omkhulu i-African National Congress.
I am coming from the organization that is known as the African National Congress.
Ndisima apha ndisithi i-bill le ndiyayisapota,
From the onset, I support the bill,
ne-amendments ezizibekwe apha zilungile.
and I am certified with these amendments.
Kodwa ndima ndisithi apha ku-office kaminister ndicela bongeze lo mhlathanyana ndizawubeka apha.
I am saying that on the side of department, they must add certain clauses.
Lo uthi i-department le mayidelegate i-powers, i-fully powers to i-district municipalities.
The proposal is that the department must delegate or must give full powers to the district municipalities.
Especially when it comes to resources like helicopters. Helicopters.
Especially if you talk about important resources like helicopters.
Okay, kwangezwe i-helicopters zinga-hirishwa to i-service providers, mazibe e-Cape Winelands district, because kuyatsha kakhulu ezintabeni.
In Cape Winelands and in the mountains, you find a lot of fires coming out there. That is why the helicopters must be handed over to Cape Winelands district,
To district municipalities.
not to service providers.
Yes. Ngoba siyachaphazeleka thina sizi-community sihlala phansi kwentaba.
We are affected a lot as a community because we live in an area that is surrounded by mountains.
Enkosi kakhulu.
That's my submission, Chair.
Good morning. Welcome to everybody here in Stellenbosch.
Molweni, ndiyanamkela nonke apha kulo mmandla weStellenbosch.
My name is Adrian Simmers. Adrian Simmers.
Igama lam ngu-Adrian Smith.
Okay. And I'm a former member of the National Forestry Advisory Council.
Ndandifudula ke ndililungu lelabhunga lezengcebiso kweli candelo lamahlathi.
I will, in principle, I'm happy with the amendments that is planned to make, but I'm not going to put my signature on it yet. So I will still have a good look at it and just make sure that everything is in order there.
Enyanisweni ke ndonelisekile ngulomthetho kanye le bill. Kodwa ke kusafuneka ndiufunde ukwenza ba mhlambi ndiphinde ndenze elinye igalelo.
Okay. As I've said, I'm a former council, National Forest Advisory Council. We gave advice to the minister.
Ndandifudula ke ndikwelabhunga lalenika ingcebiso kumphathiswa.
But I'm actually a forest research technician.
Kwakhona ke ndingumphandi ndikwayingcali kweli candelo lamahlathi.
Who did forestry research in the days of Safri.
Senze uphando, okay?
So I'm a Safri forest researcher, and a lot of that work you can read in the Forest Act, as well in the Forest Fire Act, and even in the Water Act. There's also portions where I've worked on, and even you can see the Working for Water program is also a program that I was a member of who designed that program.
Ndiye ndasebenza kakhulu ke kumacandelo afana nezamanzi nezamahlathi ungaqaphela ke pha xa ufunda into yoba ukhona umsebenzi endiwenzileyo nam pha.
If you like to, this is not the first time that I appear in front of the Portfolio Committee.
Akho kokuqala ke ndivela phambi kwekomiti le.
Member Paulson, you will remember that I was one day performing in Parliament there, in front of the committee.
Uyayazi ke uba uPaulson into yoba ndikhe ndaya pha eParliament.
But nothing come, but, okay, that was 2017, okay. I've tried to amend a lot of things in the Fire Act.
Ndizamile ke ukufaka izihlomelo kulaa mthetho wokuqala iFire Act.
I've also tried to get the Act to look properly after ex-forest workers and people that are living in forest communities.
Ndiye ndazama ke into yoba laa mthetho kwakhona unike ingqalelo kwabo babesebenza kwezamahlathi nabo ke bahlala kwiindawo ezingqonge amahlathi.
People who are the foundation of this sector. People who started already in 1935. Their descendants doesn't even at this moment of time reaping the fruit of the works that their forefathers have done.
Bakhona ke abantu abaqala kweli candelo kwiminyaka yo-1935 ukuya phambili kodwa bona abaxhamli ngoku kwiziqhamo eziye zivele xa kuqhutywa kweli candelo.
Some of our forest stations are given over to foreign consortiums who are destroying our environment. Not only the forestry, not only the fynbos, but even if you go to the area where I come from, you can go and have a look at the erosion that is caused by some of these foreign companies.
Uzofumanisa ke kweli candelo kuye kunikwe ushishino kubantu beshishino bangaphandle kwamanye amazwe benza umonakalo omninzi kakhulu kangangento yoba uba ungaya apho ndikhoyo mninzi umonakalo owenziwe ngalamashishini apha kweli candelo lezamahlathi.
You can call me Adrian. I'm from the Jonkershoek Forest Community, okay? Yeah. Now Jonkershoek is actually an old slave land.
Landa ke yonke yayithudula ihlala ke abantu babe ngamakhoboka.
And I'm a descendant of the slaves, and some of that land belonged to my family.
Kwaye ke ndiyinzalelwane yababantu kwaye nam ke ndisuka pha.
But at the moment I got no say on that land. It belongs to my family.
Kwaye ke
part of the plantation.
Eyona nto indihluphayo sihlalweni into yoba mna andinalizwi kule nto yenzeka pha kodwa ndizalelwe pha ndiyinzalelwane yapha.
Okay, I've written a 6-page recommendation on the Fire Act to amend the Fire Act.
Ndiye ndabhala ke uxwebhu ke elinamaphepha asithandathu kulaa mthetho iFire Act ndisiza neziphakamiso.
How to protect forest communities, our farm communities, the forest dwellers. Let nothing come from it. There at the back is KG sitting. KG is a witness. I've challenged him several times. Come to me, let us sort this thing out. I've written the stuff to me. I've sent copies of the document to him. Nothing had happened.
Ndiye ndathumela kamaxwebhu ndiphakamisa into yoba bangakhuselwa njani abantu abahlala ezifama nabantu abahlala kwiindawo ezingqonge ngamahlathi ndathumela noxwebhu kodwa ke zange ndinikwe impendulo.
And then 2018 came, and look at the Southern Cape. From Mossel Bay to Knysna. That whole strip, it destroyed the whole, almost all the indigenous forests.
Usukela ke kwezaa ndawo esuka koNysna onke amahlathi endalo atshabalele kulawo macala.
And then forest companies, they are not willing to restore or to rehabilitate those areas. They are more interested in the economic benefit that they can get out of the area. And I'm blaming you as a department for not following up and not challenging those people
eyona ngxaki inkulu ke sihlalo into yoba ezi nkampani ziqashwe ukulungisa amahlathi zisonge izandla azenzi kwanto kwaye ke mna ke ndigxeka ipalamente ukuba isonge izandla ibukele kusonakala.
And the other problem that we've got are local people there in Jongershoek and in the broader Stellenbosch. Idles Valley, Clutersville, Kayamandi, Kaumor, all the areas around. MTO, the company, they are bringing their own workers there, their own contractors there, and there's no one, basically no one from Jongershoek living there.
Ubongajonga ke usukela koStellenbosch uyakhaya mnandi ezi nkampani ziqasha abantu bazo. Abantu bendawo ke abahlala pha bona abazuzi kwa mpangelo kwezo nkampani.
Now, during the fire of 2020, for instance, MTO, they retrenched all the local people. But when the 2020 fire came up, they said no, they are bringing their own firefighters into Jongershoek to fight the fires in Jongershoek.
Eyonkentsuku ke kwabakho ugqabhuko lomlilo ngo-2020 badenda bonke abasebenzi. Kwathi ke xa kulungiswa ngokutsha beza nabantu babo babayeka aba bangabahlali.
But during that fire, the so-called firefighters, they were mere onlookers.
Xa kwakulungiswa ke aba i-firefighters zazijonge nje zingabandakanyanga.
The retrenched forest workers and their children and families have to fight those fires. And they were standing with the equipment leaning against trees.
Badenda ke abantu intsapho azakwazi ukwenza konto zibukele.
I've got some photographs to prove it.
Nanku umzekelo ke nawo ke ubungqina obuphathekayo usihlalo.
And even the equipment, the choppers and the equipment that during those fires, I mean, were falling apart. There was holes in the pipes. The bucket of the chopper was not even working properly. And I mean, that 35,000 rand an hour does those choppers cost.
Kwaye ke nezixhobo ezo zokulwa nomlilo ezifana nemibhobho zatshabalala.
Okay, I will try and just stop, put my last input on this one. I've applied again with all my knowledge and 42 years of experience in forestry and in forestry research and forestry conservation. I've applied again to become a member of the National Forest Advisory Council. And I've written to you personally, and I've sent an email to the EFF as well, and to others. And I was looking at the situation. I was monitoring that election of that committee, and I'm actually worried for the members that's there, because some of those people doesn't even have a forestry background or a forestry experience, but you sign the documents and approve those new members.
Ngamava ke endinawo ndinafaka isicelo kodwa ke khange ndihoye ndinalo minyaka ingako ndinayo.
Yeah, I hear you, Mr. Simmons. Maybe the responsibility that we can take and accept is us for failing to do oversight over the department. We are not the department, we are parliament. And those issues that you are raising as well, I think this is the matter that we need to take forward as a committee. Yes, because the department is the department that chooses who should sit in the advisory council. And yeah, thank you so much. Yes. But all other issues that you are raising, I think they are very key for us to do oversight. And Mr. Smith, you are here, ne? Can you raise your hand? There are issues that I would like you to respond to as raised by Mr. Simmons.
Remember, he's a local boy, ne?
Yeah, he's a local boy as well. You wouldn't be having these problems if he's a local boy. I don't know, but that's the issue. Okay, next. Thank you, sir.
I think basically my name is John Peter Fredericks.
Igama lami nguJohn Peter Fredericks.
And I'm a resident of Klapmuts.
Ndihlala apha ke Klapmuts.
I think Basically, what my question is that you probably sitting was probably having a good document, or let's say a good legislation document. But the only question that I have got, it is the enforcement of that document.
Kubonakala ingathi ke le bill inhle kakhulu.
However,
Kodwa ke ngokingxaki enayo into yoba ingaba izokunyanzeliswa njani.
However, I even do not know what mechanism are being used, even in terms of the Winans municipality or even Stellenbosch municipality, when it comes to the enforcement. Are they using the legislation or are they using a bylaw to enforce it? So these are things that we need to look at, and if it is a bylaw or if it is enforcement, it should make provisions within the legislations of how we're going to deal with the act in terms of the act.
Eyona ngxaki enayo into yoba asiyazi into yoba ke lo mba ingaba ufola under umasipala kwimithetho kamasipala okanye mhlambi kuzokunyanzeliswa mhlambi imithetho yale bill. Ndibhideka apho mna.
Otherwise, he's going to sit with a Bible with no disciplinary action towards the Bible.
Kwaye ke ngoku mhlambi sohlala nolu xwebhu sibe singayazi imimiselo nemiqathango.
I support the act, but in terms of, we need to get a criteria as to how we're going to use the enforcement. But the municipality side and the Winans municipality side should give us a definition as to what mechanism they're using in terms of enforcing the act. Whether it's by a bylaw or whether it's by the National Act itself.
Ndifuna ukwazi ndiyawuxhasa ke lo mthetho sifuna ukwazi noba umasipala ingaba yena usebenzisa umthetho wesebe okanye usebenzisa imithetho osetyenziswa phaa koomasipala bendawo kodwa ndiyaxhasa wona.
They will respond to the other issue that you have raised.
Sikuvile mhlekazi.
Mandibulise kwiParlamente, ndibulise naku Deputy Mayor walapha eStellenbosch.
Greetings to the committee and greetings to the Deputy Mayor of Stellenbosch.
Ndibulise naku bahlali baseKlapmuts abakwazileyo ukuphumelela namhlanje kunye nabahlali baseStellenbosch the whole.
Greetings to the greater Stellenbosch community and also to the community of Klapmuts who are here today.
Igama lam ndinguLeonard Achelesi, ndihlala apha eKlapmuts eBlossom Street kwazindlu zintsha. New houses.
My name is Leonard Chelesi. I stay in the new houses that have been built.
Ndingu-ward committee osebenza phantsi kaceba uJC Enteni.
I am a ward committee under JC Entening.
Ndingunobhala kwelisebe wombutho omkhulu ANC.
I am the secretary of the ANC branch.
Siyawuvuma umthetho enizanawo ndiyawuxhasa kodwa zikhona into sifuke sizifakele nathi ezidla umzi ezidla thina apha eKlapmuts.
Indeed, I support the bill in its entirety, but there are some issues that are affecting us as this community of Klapmuts.
One, apha sizemosi ngokutsha komililo kumadlelo na kwizindlu zethu na kumathafu like Veld fires like that.
Here we have come actually to deal with the issue of fires, Veld fires, and in the forest and so on.
Okokuqala kwindawo hlala kuzo kustruglisha ngezicimamlilo.
We are struggling in our areas to get those fire extinguishers.
Izicimamlilo zikhona but if kuyatsha ziza zingenamanzi xa sizibizayo.
The firefighters come, but when they come to rescue us, they don't have water to actually stop the process.
Kwangaba umlilo uqhamke ekuseni ukhathaliseki nobutsha phaya ehlathini uyawude uyofika ezindlini but bufonile ufona kwamasipala zawufika maybe emva kwemini zingenamanzi too.
What happens is that the fire starts in the forest and then it goes over to the houses, and the people, the firefighters, take time to come and address the issue.
Ukuba ngaba kutsha indlu yakho thina abantu bahlala kwezindlu nasakhela zona zingamaholo ngathi zihostel uaffectwa mhlawumbe ngumuntu otshisileyo iyawutsha loo ndlu iphele tu akukho cimamlilo sinayidepho elapha eClubhouse but azikho zeStellenbosch.
The firefighters are stationed in Stellenbosch. As a result, our houses get burnt because we stay in hostels.
Into efuna uyigcinisa ke niyongeze kwindawo sihlala kuzo make sibe nabantu abazawukwazi ukulwa umlilo oqhamkileyo siyakulindela abantu basokwenye areas like kusebenza abantu baseStellenbosch eKlapmuts abazosinceda ebefika emveni kwexesha kodwa umlilo kudala uqhuba.
My proposal, Chair, is that in our areas, let us have fire people who are appointed so that we cannot wait for other people who stay in far-flung areas.
Sinabantu ababetrainiwe, I think 209, 28 like that up at Klapmuts. And ba well trained, bane certificate, but abaqeshwa mabasebenza umsebenzi basankonye certificate ezindlini zabo. Instead of mabaqeshwe, uyabona ukuthi oqeshwa abantu bangase-Franschhoek or base-Stellenbosch bezosebenza eKlapmuts. What about ngabantu balapha eKlapmuts?
Basically, what is happening, we had people who got certificates and were trained in this field, in this area, but they are unemployed. Instead, what is happening is that the people who get employed are coming in places like Franschhoek, not the local people.
Njengoba sinezindlu sakhela zona kumasipala waseStellenbosch sihlala kuzo, sike sane proposal even nakwi-IDP meetings ethi ngake nisincedise because icimamlilo mozifika kade sibe nento hose pipes bomvu like lilapha ngaphandle xa kuthiwa kuyatsha izokwazi uba incedisane nokucima lo mlilo. Uyafumanisa uba kuyatsha mhlawumbi indlu zethu sikhanga amabhakethi ezitepini ayi-afodi lona ayisebenzi indlu ithi ichiphele tucwaka.
Our proposal is that let us have equipment in our places of stay so that we don't wait for the other stakeholders to come. So we want the equipment so that if there is fire happening, it must be dealt immediately.
Even nakumatyotyombe asingqongileyo like eMandela City, La Rochelle, you will find ukuthi itephu yamanzi inye ayawutsha amatyotyombe more than 50 kulinto icima umlilo bezifonelwe ngexesha but awufika emveni kwexesha.
Normally what happens is that even the shacks, they get bent and because the firefighters take time to come to the rescue.
Siyayicela ke loo nto bento enisincedisana ngayo esiyongezayo nathi kule bill nizenayo ba noko umasipala lo sihlala naye makasikhathalele xa kuthiwa siyatshelwa.
Our proposal on the bill is that the local municipality must assist the community to fight the fires.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Molweni. Gutabe phi wakwaSteerman lo uthethayo.
Good morning, my name is Deli Pisterman.
Ndihlala apha eKlapmuts eMandela City ematyotyombe.
I stay in the shacks here in Klapman in Mandela City.
Umthetho oyilwayo ndiyawuxhasa.
Indeed, I support the bill.
And ke ndinesicelo nam. Njengamntu uhlala pha ematyotyombe.
I do have certain proposals on the bill.
Umasipala wethu siyamcela torhwana singabahlali. Akuchi mahlathi kuphela apha. Siyaphela pha ematyotyombe.
It's not only the forests that are affected, but even us who stays in informal settlements, we are affected by these fires.
So, into ebuhlungu eyokuqala. Xa kusitsha amahlathi kusitsha amadlelo. Njengabafuyi ziyalamba impahla zethu.
Basically, what normally happens is that if there are fell fires in the forest, our livestock are affected because we are the owners of those livestock.
Imithi iyatsha ichabalale zingabi nandawo yawusithela.
Even the trees, they get bent out, and then our cattle doesn't have any place to actually hide.
So ndinam ndizawuphakamisa isiphakamiso kwabantu sebezishilo bangaba masipala makancede torhwana azise izixhobo ukuze sikwazi nathi ukulwa nawo umlilo. Lo mzuzu zingekezi ke eza because nyani sithatha ithuba ezuka eStellenbosch ukuza ucima umlilo apho. Uba uhambe ekseni kusitshe ethafeni ubuya na late umlilo usavutha.
I'm speaking in the same vein as it was suggested that the municipality must provide us with resources so that we don't have to wait for firefighters and other areas to come and rescue the situation.
Kunje ngehlathi xa lisitsha ihlathi elapha ngakuthi usemsebenzini kuyanyanzeleka uba ngaba ubalekele emlungwini umcele and umlungu uba akavumi awunandlela yawubuya and which is uzawufika kutshilo uba ngaba umlilo ude wofika ezindlini
As a result, if there is a fire coming from the forest to our areas, we can't even ask our employers so that we can help because the distance is too long.
So ndizawucela ke mna apha kuba separlamente torhana. Make uyile umthetho and kuqiniswe isandla kulomthetho uzabe uyiliwe ukwenzela uba siubone usebenza.
My proposal is that this bill, or if it comes to an act, it must be enforced so that we can see things happening in action.
Because kona kuyathethwa xa sube sifunwa sibonise and then emveni koba sibonisile singaziboni iziqhamo zoba sithethile.
Many times we come and put out our proposals, but now there is no implementation of those proposals.
Enkosi.
Thank you.
Molweni. Sondeleni. Igama lami ndinguvusumzi. Ifani yami ndingumxako.
My name is Vusumzi Mxako.
Ndihlala eFranshoek.
I stay in Franschhoek
Ematyotyombeni ndiyalithanda ityotyombe lam futhi.
in the informal settlements, and I'm proud of staying in that environment.
Ndililungu le-ANC mna.
I am a member of the ANC.
But I'm representing Isinothando Arts and Culture, which is I'm based with the youth. I'm working with the youth in Franschhoek.
But at this particular moment, I'm representing Sinotando Arts and Culture as I'm standing here.
Sinengxaki abantu abatsha njengoba sibaqokelela kwiinto ezinzima like substance abuse, drug abuse, etc.
We have a problem with the youth because we do try and mobilize them to do away with substance abuse and drug abuse and other dangerous things.
Bathatha izinto bayozishisa le ehlathini workhouse ke ngokubana kubekho umlilo.
They take certain things and burn those things in the forest, and that process now causes fires.
Kuba kaloku befuna quick money.
Because they want quick money to their pockets.
So yena nto ndicelayo phana sifuna i-protection okanye umasipala wethu okanye umuntu osiphetheyo phaa eFranshoek azame ukuthi sibe nabo abantu abazoprotecta laa ndawo baphume kwi-community yethu.
Our proposal is that the municipality of Franschhoek must appoint people to protect us so that such things cannot happen. And also to employ our local people to fight these things.
Sihlala entabeni phaa njengoba sihlala entabeni umlilo uyaqala xa uqalayo umlilo uthatha plus minus 2 hours singalufumananga uncedo.
We live in the mountainous areas, and when the fire erupts, it takes 2 hours for us to get an assistance.
Kuba kaloku thina sinomasipala ohlala eStellenbosch qha.
It is because the municipality is situated in Stellenbosch, only it's centralized there.
And ingxaki ke leyo because xa siphuma sifuna izinto thina sizifumani early. Sisifumana kade umzekelo xa kusitsha akho fire lento fire brigade.
The problem is that we don't get early response. The fire brigaders come at a later stage when things have already been in a bad situation.
Enye ingxaki esinayo phofu endinayo nam eyobana phaa eFranshoek whatever comes ebantwini there's still racism in Franschhoek.
Sinengxaki ke yobandlululo phaa kulaa mmandla waseFranschhoek.
Because xa kufika inkonzo they will start with their own people. Umzekelo bandimnyama ndize nenkonzo zawuza nomntu wam ndothatha abantu bam abamnyama qha qala.
There is a problem whereby the resources are allocated according to a particular race. For instance, if maybe I'm a black person, I will only start with my own people to cater for them first.
Sekukho imisebenzi evelileyo ephuma ku-government okanye kumasipala kuqale kuyothathwa abantu abafana nabo.
If there are services that are provided by the municipality, those services are allocated to a particular race.
And that is not good. Ayikho right. Xa nifuna iivoti zethu anikhethi ibala lamntu. But when it comes to sifumane umsebenzi niya kwikhala ngekhala.
When you want votes, you don't choose a color, but when you allocate the resources, you normally choose a particular race in that community.
Ipoint yami yokugqibela ke ngoku. Dine problem yobana xa kuphume ezi courses zifitshane short courses. Kukho le age ndingayithandi kakhulu. Kuthiwa 18 to 35. Sagqitha ku 35 kaloku thina.
My other problem is that if they are providing short courses, they will say no from 18 to 35. But now the problem is people like of my age who have already exceeded 35 years.
How many years is unemployed? Sagqitha ku 35 si unemployed. Up until now si unemployed. But kuthiwa 35.
We have exceeded the employment age. That is the problem. Now we don't want that notion. We don't want ageism to be part of this thing of employment because we're unemployed.
Xa kuvotwa akuthiwa 35. All ages zikhona.
When they vote, they don't look at the age. They will say, no, you can vote for us irrespective of your age.
So please, masenzeni, if 50-50 to each and every person, each and every color. Don't just look at your color and say, oh, you must work at this company.
We must look at the notion of 50-50 for every race.
Please, sinolutsha olusokola kakhulu in our communities, nabantu abadala, abahlala ematyotyombeni, but they don't get in needs zabo. Some of them abanazi IT, some of them they don't have ilantu kafuthi i-payment uba mabafumane imali zabo zendodla. Imis ayize ezo zinto pha. Ziphelela phi ePhalo okanye eStellenbosch.
We have a big problem because we've got elderly people who have got special needs. Sometimes they don't have IDs and other amenities. So now the services don't go to such people. That is a big problem, elderly and the youth.
Ingabilo lize ke uza kwethu apha. I do support the amendment. But ungabilo lize uza kwethu apha. Umasipala wethu makasibonise indlela nyani. Because thina asinavota nje apha ogqiba singafumani i-fruits zokuvota kwethu.
Our coming here must not be in vain. We want our municipalities to give us our services that we want.
Manbulise. Igama lami ngusiyamcela Nxeke.
Good day, my name is Siyamcela Nxeke.
Ndibulisa umhlali ngaphambili bonke ukulingana.
All protocol observed.
Ndikulombutho omkhulu uzwelonke. And ndingu-chairperson wase-Franschhoek, Ward 1.
I am the chairperson of Ward 1 in Franschhoek under the banner of the well-known movement called African National Congress.
Ndibulela umeya wethu osorganizela aba bantu aze nabo apha ngaphambili kwethu.
I must also pay special gratitude to our deputy mayor who have made sure that we are gathered in this manner.
Ndiyayisapota ikhombo enize nayo apha.
I do support the bill.
But ndizawueda nje kancane.
I will just add here and there.
Pha ematyotyombeni eLangleg. Uyatsha ematyotyombeni eLangleg.
His name is Siyamcela Nxeke. Nxeke.
Now into esikhala ngayo pha kuyatsha kunalama plaza sihlala kuwo. Sibiyelwe ngawo phansi kwalandaba njengoba uyibona. Kusoloko sithakeza ndaba kubaleka izilokanyana imfene zohlala nathi.
What is happening is that where we're staying in the farming areas, so there is a lot of fire erupting there. As a result, in the forest, the monkeys and the other animals, they run away because of fires and come and stay with us in our areas.
Yabona ngoku sehlotyeni nje kuzawutsha oko pha.
Let me give you an example. Now we're in the summer season. You will see a lot of fires happening.
Now ke ngoku into ikhusele bendilifuna kodwa abantu bebeka lapha ngaphambili balichaphazela. Nathi siyakhala njenge Klapmuts. Izicimamlilo zisuka thatha 3 hours kwekutha, thatha 2 hours, thatha 3 hours ukufika. Sinayo indawo ephaya eBospo. Siyazibona zihleli pha nyani azinamanzi. empty.
There in
Zizikhalazo
Klapmuts,
zethu
we
lezo.
have a problem whereby the firefighters take time, like plus minus 3 hours to come, and there is a lot of damage happening in the process.
Okay, umeya neqembu lakhe bathumela abantu abamana befaka izinto khona into engazi alarm ezifakwa kula matyotyombe. But mawutshayela iyakhala lana. Akuthi ngoba kuthiwe ikhala nxa kutshaye. Nxa utshayela ikafumana la dust iyakhala. Silazi ke ngosizo layo ba yini.
Our problem is that the mayor and his officials, they install certain equipment, but when the fire is erupting, there is nothing that is coming to address that fire.
Siyacela ke nisisupport ngehlobo. Ningathi nganize apha. Uthi kanti njengoba nizile anuphinde nibuye. Even kwakukhanda unatsiko umeya asanga sambona ngamehlo lethu thina eFranzuku. Even no deputy lo akazange sambona. Siyaqala umbona namuhla. Ngoku ke into esifuna sicela isicelo kuwe. Siyanqonqoza kuwe ngawuyihoye iFranzuku noba ikwifama sicela usihoye baba.
What is happening is that we are making a plea that even if the French hook is located in the farms, we want urgent assistance because we don't even know our mayor through our naked eyes. And his deputy.
Ndizovala ngicela ulalele kahle baba. Ngicela ulalele kahle baba. Baba sizohamba manje. Silapha. Kodwa ngoku sizohlala phansi kodwa siyacela. Siyafunga siyagomela. Sicela kuni siguqa phambi kwenu. Urhulumente. Ngoba mawufika apha kuthi ufika usidobhe nje ngepaint sima sibuyela ebahlalini abahlali balwe nathi ba nina izinto nizenza ngokwentando yenu ibe ngeyontando yethu.
We are pleading with the government or with the committee to assist us. We are urging them because as a representative of the people, we do report to the people. But now because the government has promised us certain things, those things are not happening to the community.
Ndiyabonga ndiyabulela.
I thank you.
There was a woman, what happened to her? She left. Okay. There was a lady who was seated behind the leader. So, are you covered? Eh? And then I said the chief will be the last one to speak. I asked for hands. People didn't raise their hands. Now they are coming. Eh? As long as you don't take us back if you have just arrived now. If you repeat, I'm going to make you sit down. If you raise issues that have already been raised by other people. So what do I do? Do you mind to first wait a bit? I'll call you once they're done.
That's all right,
Okay, thank you. Can you come?
Excuse me, Chairperson, there are two other gentlemen who also asked to speak, but we were told they must wait for the next round.
Okay. Those who asked to speak and we told them to come for the next round can be they were the one that started. Who are they? It's my last round, ne? Why did you go back, madam?
Ek gaan nou weer om my naam te kry. Goed. Are you coming back? Oh, PG. No, this lady.
Okay. Chief. Phakamisa izandla wena uyangibona. Chief, phakamisa isandla xa uzothetha. Yeah. Yes, done with that. Yes. Yes, she's done with it. Hello, guys.
Molweni. Okay. Dingu Pelokazi Nogwaza, i-ward committee yase Mandela City pha ematyotyombeni.
Greetings, I'm Pelokazi Nogwaza, a ward committee from the informal settlement.
I-bill ebekiweyo ndiyayisapota. Ward 18.
Ward 18,
Yes, abe Klapmuts.
Klapmuts.
Ndiyayisapota i-bill ebekiweyo. Pelokazi Nogwaza.
Nogwaza.
Okay. Ndiyayisapota i-bill ebekiweyo.
I support the bill that has been presented to us.
Okay. Cha ke ngoku into endicela kumasipala wethu as abantu abahlala ematyotyombeni. Sinengxaki phayana sitsha okokoko. Each and every week phayana kuthi kuyatsha. Into ebangela into bangaba masitshe kukungabi nambane.
The only thing that I want to request from our local municipality is that the problem we encounter in the informal settlement where we are residing, the fires are order of the day. The reason for that is because we don't have electricity.
Abantu bakuthi basebenzisa izitovu zeparafini, basebenzisa imbawula, abanye babasa phansi. Umasipala wethu kudala siquqa kuye, sicela umbani, and abantu ngoku bayancema bayaziconnectela umbani. Yenye yento leyo edala uba masitshe.
The reason for the fires is because many of our people depend on making their own fires. Some of them are using the old foam can that we used to put coal on where we make fires. Others are making fires on the floor, and others are using paraffin. So those are the source of these fires.
Umasipala wethu xa sithetha naye uthi masibheke ku-Eskom. Eskom asibuyisele back kumasipala. Asayazi ke ngoku neyona yona efanele siye kuyo. Sibhidekile singabahlali.
And many of the people end up to do their illegal connections because when we go to municipalities, they refer us to Eskom. When we go to Eskom, they refer us back to the municipality. So we are in the middle, don't know where to go.
Okunye xa kusitshe eMandela City. Izicimamlilo zethu azifiki. Funeke sivuke ezindlini zethu siyonkqonkqoza eClubhouse ukuze sifumane izicimamlilo.
The other thing that we encounter in Mandela City is that when there are fires, the fire brigades don't turn up. Even if they happen to turn up, they take a long time before they turn up. And we end up having to extinguish the fire on our own from our houses.
And ke ngoku umasipala wethu wayefikile wazoqeqesha abantu for uba ngaba bakwazi ucima umlilo. Sinabo abantu abakwaziyo ucima umlilo phakuthi. But ke ngoku abo bantu bahleli nezertificate zabo umasipala kabaqeshi. Siyacela umasipala wethu aqeshe abantu esihlala nabo phaya abayazi imeko yasematyotyombe. Esiyazi into bangaba xa kusitsha nanku umuntu wethu uzawukhaleza aze noncedo msinya.
And yet the municipality had a program where he trained, or municipality trained some of our people. We have certificates of being fire extinguishers. But when those fires take place, the municipality does not employ those people. We wish that the municipality should employ people who know our areas, people who knows us, who knows when the fire starts, they know where to go.
Kwindawo esihlala kuyo kutsha intamo zombane, kutsha amatyotyombe, akho nto ingatshiyo. Ngoba usuku sisuka kubo ngoku besicima umlilo ngokwethu, sitshelwa. Umasipala wethu uhleli eStellenbosch, kodwa izikhalazo zethu uyazazi. Ukusuka kulonyaka kuphele okoza sixhensa endleleni, sihambe nomasipala bangaba makazosilungisela umbane, sizokohlukana nokutsha oko. Ngoku lixesha lomlilo, asiyazi ba inoba sawutsha kude kube kangaphi, aze umasipala wethu aphendule. Andiyazi noba ufuna kude kubhubha abantu xa kusitsha okanye ufuna kuthini. Enkosi.
There are a lot of sources of that causes the fire. The fire starts from the houses, they start from the illegal electrification or connections. We report every time to the municipality. The municipality is in Stellenbosch. They don't come to us or to assist us. We don't know what should happen, whether should people die before they could realize the seriousness or the severeness of this problem that we are encountering.
I-billion
to get votes from the informal settlements. And if we in the informal settlement would not go to a vote, there would be no elections in the Western Cape.
Afrikaans. Goedemiddag. Kan ik maar praten? Mijn naam is Lucinda Oorswand. Ik is de chairperson van de local EFF branch.
Good day to you, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lucinda Horsband. I'm the chairperson of the EFF grouping here in Klapmuts.
Eerstens, ik support die bill 50-50, not fully 100%. First of all, zal ik wou gehad het, sorry. Hier in Bezos moest gegaan het naar Jonkershoek, Bosbou, De Novo, because that is the places that needs this. Hierdie bill affect vir hulle because they stay in fields and all those. Klapmuts is morely backyarders and fires that comes out of that. Ons het hier baie veldbrande en daai nie. Maar my voorstel sou gewees het hier in Bizo moet Jonkershoek, De Novo en daai plekke toe na gegaan het.
Yes. Okay. I understand that this meeting is being held here, but I think it would have been better if it was held in Jonkershoek area or De Novo, where they actually live in areas where you have pots, forest, and of course big areas of veld. We don't really have that in our area.
And number two, my voorstel sal wees dat Stellenbosch municipaliteit hierdie in Bezos in terme van brande in Klapmuts moet hê. Because dan gaan julle hoor wat is ons regtige uitdagings in terme van brande in ons gemeenskap.
If the meeting was just about fires in the area, then I would have strongly suggested that that meeting be held here so that the people can tell us about the experiences that they have with fires in our area.
Die rede hoekom ek dit sê, ons het hoeveel brande in Klapmuts gehad? Huise, 3 huise, 5 huise, wat die getal ook al is. Wat sê ons municipaliteit vir ons? Dit is private property en ons kan nie vir julle help nie.
We've had a number of fires in our area where houses have burned down. Then the municipality comes and they tell us that they can't assist us with anything because it is private property.
Ek het ook 'n probleem met ons emergency kit. Ons kan nie 'n emergency kit kry met 15 balke en 5 plate. Daar is 'n venster, daar is 'n deurie, daar's absoluut niks vir ons mense nie. Hulle kan eintlik niks doen met die emergency kit wat hulle kry vanaf die munisipaliteit as 'n huis afgebrand het nie.
The emergency kits that they give us are inadequate because if we have a fire here, especially if it's a house fire, then you can actually not extinguish the fire with the kit that had been given to us.
Ek sien die onderburgemeester skat sy kop, ek was daar. Ek het 'n motion ingedien in terme van dit en wat was die antwoord? Ek kan vir u baie mooi sê ek was op die raad. En
I see the deputy mayor shaking his head about this, but I was there. I was on the council and I gave a motion about this particular matter that I'm speaking about.
Now, my last thing is, thank you for the municipality in Frederik se tyd vir die smoke alarms. Ons waardeer dit, maar dit help ook nie veel nie. Ons soek fire extinguishers. As dit teen almal se huise is, ten minste in 3 mense van ons straat, het gaan help as daar enige brande uitbreek in iemand se huis.
I want to thank Councillor Fredericks for the case that they have fire alarms in case there's smoke, then the smoke alarms will go off. But what we actually need is fire extinguishers to put out the fire.
En nog 'n dingetjie. Ons huise, daar nuwe huise, ons firewalls is nie gebou tot teen die muur. Dit is hoekom die vure oorslaat na 'n ander huis toe. Dit is half, ek sê sommer dis halfpad gebou. En dit is hoekom ons mense met huise sit wat afbrand in 'n japtrap sit tyd voordat die brandweer daar kom. Het moet reggestel word, veral vir future huise wat gebou word in Klapmuts. Ons gaan dit nie weer toelaat nie.
The other matter is with the new extension, with the new houses that they've built there, the firewall has not been built high enough. And that causes a problem because if the one house burns, then it would automatically jump that firewall and you'd have more than one house burning. So this is something that we want looked at, especially when they are building new houses in our area.
Die laaste punt, daar gaan ek. Mense, om 'n huis te verloor aan 'n brand is baie traumaties. Imagine iemand het gaan werk, hy kom terug, sy huis is afgebrand. En al wat ons munisipaliteit, wat ons enigste hulp is voor sê, ons kan nie eens vir hulle berading gee nie. Gaan asseblief terug, kyk na resources, enige iets. As dit net 'n beraader is wat kan uitkom om ons mense net te beraad oor dit wat hulle nou net verloor het. Baie dankie.
A house burning down is a very traumatic experience. Imagine you come home from work and your house is burned down and the municipality does not even assist you by allowing a councillor to speak to you. I would plead that they find some resources so that that lead person can receive counseling to help them work through this trauma. Thank you.